Hey, Hube.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey.
I'm talking. Hey, how you doing, Adin?
Wait, why are you lagging?
I'm not lagging.
Oh, you're
you
good.
trolling me?
No, you're good now. Hey.
Hey, what's up? I'm talking to Myron right now. You want to join the call?
Yeah, I'm in.
Okay, cool. You're really energetic right now. You're in a great mood, huh?
Yeah, I missed you, bro. I really missed you, Sneak.
When you pulling up to New York, let's run back an IRL stream in New York. That was one of the best streams we ever did.
Facts.
Let's run it back.
I want you to come out to Miami first.
Okay, you want to get the look at doing a little power play. All right, when you come to New York, though, I got the biggest slip and slide stream ready to go. Okay, you're invited to my house. I'm not gonna. It's nice. It has it's slippery. It's a slide, and I'm inviting you.
That's fine, Sneako. I want to play a game with you and Myron, actually.
Okay, hold on. Let me. I'm making a group DM. Hold up.
Okay. Weirdo. I want to. Your chips? What? Hey, real quick. Could you actually bring me a snack, Citrus? Please, bro? I'm actually really hungry. Hey, Myron.
Yo, what's up, man? How are you?
Good, bro. Good. I wanted to play a game with you guys.
Sure.
I wanted to name a company. You guys guess the CEO of it and like what his ethnicity is.
It's a Christian, Indian, black, Asian guy.
Wait, what?
Okay, name the CEO. Let's guess.
Wait, what do you mean?
By the way, I got to give you a shout out for getting the Jew lawyers to support DDG. That was a big move. I hope if this ever happens to me, I get the same Jew lawyers because they know I'm part Jewish. I've talked to Adin privately about how Jewish I am. You know a lot of stuff that people don't know. Eventually, I'm going to talk about this stuff. I'm really, really Jewish. Like, not even like fake Jew to try to get unbanned.
It's true.
But if that ever happens, can I have the same courtesy?
So check this out. Let's do a Jew era. We're gonna get you a bar mitzvah. Okay. Let's have a Jew era. All right. We're gonna go to Israel. Okay. And then, what?
Maybe not that one. Maybe not that one.
Wait, what? Sneako, what's wrong?
Maybe not that. I'll do a bar mitzvah because you guys make like 30 racks.
Don't you want to get unbanned, Sneako?
I'm okay. YouTube sucks. You're shadow banned anyway. Instagram is like, dude, it doesn't matter. Like, Myron keeps telling me to try to get my YouTube back. Like, I'm actually like okay with this situation now. I'm fine where I am.
Sneako, I want you to touch the wall though. Like, let's touch the wall together. It's a moment.
Did you see the picture of the Nelk boys? Like, they're doing like they're like putting their head up on the wall like that. I'm like, why did you guys do that? Why are you putting your forehead on a wall?
Did you see Johnny Somali put a picture of you at the wall, Adin?
No, I didn't. What does that mean?
I don't know. He said like I don't know what it is because I didn't know Johnny Somali was Jewish, but there are there's Somalian Jews and Ethiopian ones. But like yeah, he put like a picture of you and said like, oh yo, this for Adin, and then you put a picture of Epstein and
he put you, Harvey Weinstein, and Epstein on the Israeli.
Literally, why me? What the f did I do?
He didn't call. I think he called you top Jew, or maybe it was Epstein that he called top Jew.
Oh, okay.
That's what I.
Oh, okay. Myron, I want to put you on a blind date with girls.
I mean, if you want to destroy your relationship with that girl, that's fine. I'll be honest with you, bro. I got to give everybody a warning that if I do a date with a girl for you, she's probably going to be pissed and never want to talk to you again. So,
my real last name, guys, by the way, is Rothstein.
Is that the first time you're leaking that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he told me that on the phone the other day, and I was like, wow. But Ross is already pretty up there. Don't leak. Okay, don't. Yeah, I'll tell you.
I can't say yours?
No.
Ah, Sneako.
No.
Do you like my last name, Myron? Rothstein?
oh well, I mean, it's pretty Jewish, so I'm not surprised.
Myron, what are your top 5 Jews?
Great question.
My top 5 Jews?
Yes.
Adolf Hitler.
Wait, Hitler was Jewish?
What?
No, I'm just kidding. That's why he probably shot himself. I was like, no.
Nah, come on. Who's your top 5?
My top 5. Look, I like Max Blumenthal made a great documentary, Atrocity Inc.
I guess Adin knows who the fuck that is. Like no
I
one's
know.
ever.
Herman Finkelstein.
He also doesn't know who that is. He's a Free Palestine guy.
David Coleman, Ron Unz, You know,
Dave Smith. I knew you were going to say Dave Smith.
All right, Sneako, what's your top 5 Jews?
I like Adin Ross, you're in there.
Thank you, bro.
Seth Rogen sometimes, and the weed stuff gets cringe. Jonah Hill's really funny. Dave Portnoy, like right now, even though there's a lot of things I don't like about him, I just think he's on a funny, like when he waved the Israeli flag at Bryce Mitchell, I thought that was pretty funny.
A W. That was a W.
That was a major L, but it's like he had balls to go do that. That was like, he just threw away his whole reputation to clip farm at UFC. And then the last one, Chad, name a Jew. I can't even think. Oh, Casey Neistat. Casey Neistat. I just went on a run with him this morning. Casey Neistat's up.
What about Adam Sandler, bro?
Bro, he made a great movie about. You should watch that, Myron. It's about Israel Palestine. Don't mess with the Zohan. Great movie. Adam Sandler. Okay, I'll replace Dave Portnoy with Sandler.
Wait, Myron, what rank Jew am I to you?
You know, honestly, like I don't really consider you a Jew, bro. Like I didn't even think like you know, you said Rothstein or whatever, but like I don't put you like in the Jew category, right? I'm like, I just don't. I don't know until I guess you Jew me, and then I'll know. Yet, so.
Wait, Myron, he's canceled on your show like 7 times. Remember when we were all in the after hours? And then he gambled too much and then left the call? Like, is that not?
You made that right. So I can, if it was a Jewish behavior, he would have just never come back. Then I'd be like, all right, this guy's a fucking Jew. But he came back and made it right. So I was like, all right, that's non-Jewish behavior. So I'll give him a pass on that one.
So you're all, hold on. So let me ask you a question in the chat. So you guys basically say, I'm good until I Jew you guys. So you think there's going to be a moment in my life where I Jew everyone, basically?
I'll tell you this, bro. Once you start giving out loans with high interest, then I'm going to say, oh, shit, it's over. Yeah, loans with high interest. I mean, you're already doing the boxing thing, and we already know that Jews run fighting companies, so I don't know, man. You're already getting there. Actually, now I think about it.
It is kind of like Django Unchained with the slave masters having the blacks go fight each other for his entertainment.
No, it's not. No, it's
not. It is kind of like that. It's like you're flicking a coin at people, at slaves trying to get their freedom. A little similar.
All right. So what conversation were you guys talking about? Sorry to butt in.
We were talking about. Oh wait, I want to ask you, Adin. Who are you siding with, Elon or Trump? They're beefing.
Trump.
Okay.
Trump.
Yeah,
I think.
I agree with that too.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude.
I love Elon Musk. Shout out to. I don't know about Adin and Myron.
Listen,
love Elon.
Here's one thing you could say. You could agree that Elon helped Trump with the election. You could also argue Joe Rogan did. There's a lot of factors, right? I think that X was a very, very major help in that. Here's the thing, though. If you're Elon, right, and you're basically now saying the reason why Trump or the Epstein, why are you backing him knowing that, right? Elon kind of looks weird for being by his side and knowing about the Epstein. So my whole thing is President Trump is our president. I think that he's got 4 years to basically do some shit. Sneako, I like that Trump is giving Palestine recognition now. You know what I mean? And I do like to see him, you know, I like to see Trump doing his thing. I think that we got to let Trump have his full term, and then you guys can be like, oh, was he a good president? Was he a bad president? You know what I mean? So yeah. I'm also trying to get this White House stream cooking this year, so.
You do want to, yeah. I want to see that get done. But you know the reason that Trump's not releasing the Epstein files is not because he's afraid of being implicated. It's because Epstein had direct connections to Israel, and he just doesn't want to point the finger at Israel anymore. That's not even a crazy conspiracy theory. Like, Epstein was Mossad. He had direct connections. And you're right. Like, if Elon really cared about that, why would he bring his kid wrapped around his neck every day to the White House? If he thought that he was an Epstein diddler, why would he bring his kid?
Myron, how's the Diddy shit going?
It's going crazy. I'm gonna go out there next week and sit in the courtroom again. I came back to Miami because, like, you know, I don't really like New York City like that. But I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go back. I take a break, come back here, and I'm gonna go up there. It's crazy, bro. I will say that Diddy has a good defense team. They've been able to make a couple of the witnesses look like whores. But you know, we'll see, man. I mean, the government typically doesn't lose cases, so they still got a bunch of witnesses, bro. The trial's gonna go until July.
Oh, it's gonna keep going.
It's gonna go until July, probably, man.
Do you think, Myron? Do you think Diddy gets out?
If I had to make a guess, I don't think so, bro. The Southern District of New York that's prosecuting him, they're really good, bro, and they almost never lose. And then the agency that's going after him is the agency I used to actually work for, Homeland Security. So I know that they wouldn't bring a case like this unless they, you know, unless they knew they were gonna win.
Damn. So you guys, you think Diddy?
Do you think
Diddy's fucked?
Is there a real reason why they're going after Diddy?
I mean, to be honest with you guys, well, okay, so how about you guys can ask me questions about it, because I know that there's like a lot of rumors and shit like that, but the whole like freak off thing, it's not what people think. It's him basically having Cassie fuck a bunch of dudes. And this other girl named Jane. Like people think that like he was doing these freak offs at the parties, but the reality is like he would rent hotels and like privately have Cassie have sex with escorts.
Wait, Diddy's a cuck?
100%, yeah.
That's fucking disgusting.
Well, Sneako, basically what I read was Cassidy would get came inside of, and then she would have to pull it out, put it on Diddy's nipple, and lick it.
Yeah, he would rub it around. Yeah.
Is that what you used to do?
No, I don't know what you just came up with. Okay, I know you do some weird, like, how about you show porn to kids and then make them do the same thing? Because porn is the reason people get corrupted. Pull up Pornhub right now to your 13-year-old audience, okay? Well, Cassie was in that relationship for 10 years. So there's no way that, do you think that Cassie was actually being trafficked, or was she a willing participant?
This is what I'll tell you what the defense and the prosecution did. So the defense, okay, so you guys understand this because I really want to make sure everybody gets this. The text messages between her and Diddy were used a lot between both the defense and the prosecution. The prosecution, when they showed the text messages and kind of interpreted how there were times where Cassie didn't necessarily want to do these freak offs, and then they also showed times where Diddy would beat the shit out of her, and they would show pictures of that. But on the defense's side, they would show a lot of the text messages that show where Cassie was like, "Oh, I can't."
Toby be good nigga for massa.
I can't wait to get by this guy or whatever. Like she would send a lot of explicit messages to Diddy saying how she wanted to get and everything else like that. So, same set of text messages, but it's incredible how both sides were able to interpret it completely different to make their argument. So on the defense's side, they're saying this is all consensual behavior and she could have left at any time. On the prosecution side, they're saying she was coerced and she couldn't leave because he controlled her career and she couldn't do anything.
Wait, Myron, did you see Diddy? Like you saw him?
Yeah, I was in an actual courtroom. Yeah.
What does he look like now? Like what does he look like?
Does he have aura?
Really, bro. To be honest, like, I mean, it's crazy because like I'm a bit older than you guys, so I remember when Diddy was the man in early 2000s. Like he was like what Drake is now. Like you couldn't escape this guy on TV. He was on MTV everywhere. Like I know for you younger guys, you don't really understand his impact, but this dude was huge back in the day.
No, we do. You remember that movie, Adin, with Jonah Hill, Russell Brand, and Diddy from like 2009? It's Get Him to the Greek.
Get Him to the
Greek.
Greek.
It's literally them doing a freak off Diddy party. Diddy's chasing him down the hotel room and. Kind of like how he beat up Cassie. It's the same exact scene. They're all doing drugs, and it's the same thing. It's like he made a movie about how he beat his wife. So we know.
So wait, what does he look? What does Diddy look like, Myron?
Yeah, so he's about 5'8", 5'9". Not as tall as I thought he'd be. His hair is all white now. It's pretty much all white. He used to dye his hair all this time. He's 55 years old, man. So he every time I walked in, he basically had like a little sweater with a white shirt underneath and some slacks.
Wait, Myron, is it true that all the freak off is all in front of his kids?
No. It was never. He always got like hotels to do it, pretty much, or he would do it at Cassie's apartment or at his house in LA. But most.
So he's respectful about it. That's like a good, respectful freak.
Yeah, like I'm sure his family probably.
Sneako is so weird.
Like keep the kids out of it. Do it in a hotel and rub your semen on nipples like separate from the house.
When she gave that testimony about taking the semen out and putting it on his chest, like his kids were there in the courtroom hearing that shit, bro.
Yo,
they were there, bro. The three oldest sons were there. The light skinned one, the darker one, and then the other one that looks like with the other light skinned dude. I forget his name. But his three sons were in the courtroom when that shit was happening.
So what do you think's gonna happen? You think Diddy's not gonna get out?
They're going to convict him on a couple of the counts for sure. He might be some others, but he's going to get convicted on a couple of the counts for sure. They're charging him with RICO, and to simplify it for you guys, RICO is a charge where you're able
to take down a gang, to take down multiple people from racketeering.
Yes, but they're only charging him. But to prove RICO, you need to prove crimes that are considered racketeering, and arson is one of them. And they pretty much got Diddy dead to rights on not blowing up, but fire.
Wait, so they got a RICO case from blowing up Cuddy's car?
Yes, because arson is a prerequisite crime. Yeah.
Wait, Myron, you saw Kid Cudi testify as well?
Yes, I did. Yep.
And is he in that current situation on that charge? Is it looking like Diddy's fucked, or is it looking like he's gonna get out of that one?
For the arson, he's cooked, and I'll tell you why. So first they had Kid Cudi testify. And then they also had Cassie testify before. Cassie was like the third witness. She had talked about the Molotov cocktail in the car getting put on fire, but she didn't know the intimate details. She just knew it happened, and then she was there when Diddy finally met with Cudi after the fact. And then another girl named Capricorn, who was one of Diddy's assistants, she was in the car when Diddy and his security guy went into Cudi's house. So this is the story. I'll tell you guys the story and I'll weave everybody's testimony together. Diddy gets into a fight with Cassie. He whoops her ass because he finds out that she's f***ing Kid Cudi. He had put her in touch with Kid Cudi in like 2011, 2010-ish. Now back then, Cudi was the man, right? He was very popular. He was like, you know, all over the place. So Cudi and Cassie start to have a sexual relationship. But Cassie gets a burner phone, right? And to kind of hide it because Diddy was paying all the bills and looked at all the messages coming in and out. So his assistant Capricorn also knew about this fling between her and Cudi. So Diddy finds out, he whoops her ass. After she gets her ass whooped, she calls Cudi. Cudi shows up and picks her up in his Porsche. He takes her to the Marquis Hotel. While they're there, he gets a call. Cudi gets a call from Capricorn, who's friends with both Cassie and Cudi, and she works for Diddy. She says, hey, just so you guys know, Diddy's at your house, Cudi. He got your address from Cassie, because Cassie admitted to him that she gave Diddy his address, like a retard. But anyway, he gets his address and he goes there while Cudi picked up Cassie and took her to the hotel. So Capricorn's saying, hey, Diddy's at your house right now with a security guy. They're going inside. So Cudi says, fuck this. He leaves the Marquis Hotel, drives to his house. When he goes to his house, he says on testimony that he didn't see anybody there, right? He said
Really good.
He said he walked into his house, but the door was open, the cameras were turned down, and the Chanel presents, because this was around Christmas time, 2011, were all open, and his dog was locked in the bathroom, right? So he knows somebody had been there. Then fast forward to January. This is end of Christmas. Cudi goes to Connecticut with Cassie, spends time with their family, whatever. Then on January 9th, 2012, the relationship's already over at this point with Cassie, but he gets a call from his house sitter saying, hey, your car's on fire, the Porsche. So he speeds back and he finds out that someone cut a hole on top of the Porsche and put a fucking Molotov cocktail in there, right? Now, he suspects it was Diddy. So the next day he meets up with Diddy, and he said this on testimony, it was hilarious, under oath. He said that they met at the one of these hotels. I forget the name of it, some like Hollywood club. And he walks in to meet with Diddy, and Diddy's staring at the window with his hands behind his back like a Marvel supervillain, right? And they have a discussion and ends up squashing the beef. And then he says to Diddy, hey, what about my car? And then Diddy looks him right in the eye and says, what car, right? And then this got corroborated by arson investigators. Capricorn obviously said that Diddy was at the house. Cudi, a police officer was able to say that when they showed up to the scene, when Cudi called for the home invasion, they saw a Cadillac Escalade that had the same license plate, that had license plates tied back to Bad Boy Records. So the long story short is multiple witnesses have corroborated the fact that Diddy was in fact there during the home invasion, and there's a high likelihood that he committed the arson.
Now, let me ask you this question, Myron.
Yeah.
After all that, why is this, Sneako.
Why does what?
Sneako, I don't understand what you're doing.
I was like, it was an accident. Sorry.
No, it's rewatching.
Sorry.
In TikTok brain?
No, go ahead. You're good. Ask your question.
So, okay, did they bring up like how like Diddy like slapped J. Cole in the face and shit, or no? Like any of that, like those stories, or no? That's not even at all getting accused of anything.
J. Cole hasn't come up yet, but a couple of celebrities have come up.
That nobody knows about?
They talked about Suge Knight, how we went looking for him with some guns. They talked about that.
Suge Knight just said that Ray J and Diddy were lovers back in the 90s. Do you believe that?
Who said that?
Suge Knight went on the phone at Piers Morgan and said that Ray J and Diddy were lovers.
That didn't come out in trial to my knowledge. What came out with Suge Knight was basically they were in the middle of a freak-off. Cassie testified to this. They're in the middle of a freak-off, and one of the security guards named D-Rock came in and said, hey, Suge is at the restaurant diner. And they just dropped what they were doing, and they grabbed guns and ski masks and went out to go after him. But they never ended up finding him.
Why are you so interested in the Diddy case? Adin, would you do a Diddy stream if he's cleared of all charges? You would.
I would do a Diddy stream just to understand what went through his fucking brain, because that's some sick shit, bro.
Well, the reason why you know me, Sneako, I cover true crime, and this is what I used to do for work. So for me, it's very interesting.
Oh yeah, I know that's your thing, but Aiden's been
okay. So Myron, your personal opinion, what do you think about everything?
I think they're gonna probably find him guilty on definitely a couple of the charges. I think the government's done it pretty much proven the arson on the RICO. The other thing also that they might prove is kidnapping, because he did kidnap his assistant to take her when they went to invade Cudi's house, and kidnapping is also a prerequisite crime. So, yeah, dude, it's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be tough for him to win, because they've done a good job of discrediting some of the witnesses, like the Mia girl that they don't want to give her identity. Like she's over here saying that Diddy her on 4 different occasions and beat the shit out of her. But on cross-examination, Brian Steele, Young Thug's attorney, actually, he made her look like, because he pulled up a bunch of Instagram posts how she loved Diddy and shit after he left.
Oh.
Wait, Adin, did you buy an island?
Yeah, I did. Me and you and Myron are gonna have a lot of parties.
I'm good off that. Why did you buy an island? Because it's just kind of like something Diddy would do.
Nah, me, you, and Myron are gonna have a lot of parties though, Sneako.
Oh, okay. Are you gonna take Myron shopping after the stream because he gave good content?
Yes.
I'm a minimalist, so I don't buy things, so I'm okay.
It's okay, Myron. I want to take you shopping because you deserve it.
I wear the same clothes every day, bro.
I know, but you deserve it, Daddy.
Why you gotta? Okay.
Sneako texted me and said, "Please do the clip."
On God, wallahi, I did
Stop.
not text him that.
Stop.
I did not access that.
Don't go on your phone, retard. Wait, so wait, Myron? What about other celebrities? Do you think other celebrities are gonna testify in July?
I don't know if other celebrities are going to testify, but I know other celebrities were mentioned. Like Michael B. Jordan was mentioned.
Why?
Cassie was seeing him for a period of time.
Oh yeah.
Because they were on and off again. Suge Knight was mentioned. Obviously, Cudi was mentioned. He came in and actually testified.
Wait, Myron, you're black. Is Kid Cudi a snitch for testifying?
From Street Code, or in my opinion,
From Black Code.
well, Code, yes, they're going to consider that
Oh,
snitch.
what the fuck did you?
But like anyone that has a reasonable mindset and isn't a monkey understands that look, you want to put the guy in jail.
Dude, Myron.
Well, let him finish his sentence, bro.
No, dude.
I mean, bro, you want me to lie? Like, according to yeah, he's a snitch. But anyone that has half a brain realizes, like, bro, nigga committed a crime against him. Like, bro, you got to get your redemption.
Wait, Myron, what % black are you?
My family's from Sudan, so it'd be 100%. But the black people don't consider me one of them. So,
Dude. Nah. All right, bro. All right, wait. So Myron,
yo,
what about like people that went to the Diddy parties?
that was just like regular parties. Like what he would do is he would do freak-offs after.
Got it.
Oh,
Don't act like you've been invited to a Diddy party before, right?
No, I haven't, bro.
Oh, yeah, me neither.
Myron, I haven't. I have not been invited to no Diddy party, bro. He did DM me one time.
What did he say? Did you leak it yet?
Yes, I think. Let me see what he DM'd me. Hold on.
Dude, why do you remind me of Diddy? Like, I don't want to think that but you have a lot in common.
Oh man, that's funny. That is
Wait,
funny.
so is a Mike Rubin party similar to the Diddy parties, Adin?
No.
Oh, how? Okay, so he knows.
Oh yeah, because he be throwing those all-white parties too, doesn't he? In the Hamptons.
Yeah, but those parties are cool, bro.
Diddy doesn't say he had white parties at the Hamptons too.
Oh shit,
He did, yeah.
Huh.
He did.
he probably went to those Mike Rubin parties.
Oh, another thing too is that they use a lot of drugs, bro. This dude Diddy, they were like addicted to opiates and ecstasy and shit. This dude ketamine, they were like.
It's funny. Well, sorry to put you on the spot, Sneako, but when you
Really,
were
bro?
when you were doing the
Dude,
slinger,
you made your whole profile picture purple to go encourage kids to do lean, and you're gonna talk about how I did Molly one time 7 years ago. Like move on, bro.
sorry,
And that's
Sneako.
what you told Strickland. You're supposed to defend me in front of Strickland. You're like, actually, that wasn't true, but he was on drugs. Like, dude, that's not the.
I backed you up. I took the benefit of the doubt there. Why are you mad?
Kind of. I'm not
Why
mad.
are
but
you
it's
mad, bro? Like, come on.
I'm mad. Strickland is here.
You
in person.
You let Ye talk about me. It took you a while for him to like me again, bro.
What? He never disliked you.
Yes, he did at the beginning. Him and I were arguing.
And was I not helpful in squashing it for you guys?
Yeah, eventually.
You gotta wait and let things like figure it out. I did it. Don't even try to do that. Strickland was here on your stream.
Yeah.
Saying like, I don't respect Sneako to my face after I fought him and he couldn't drop me.
So
He's
fight
like,
him again.
"Oh, big respect. The other guy he fought, the Nick Nelk guy, and he's like, oh, Sneako, at least he has my respect. He gets on your stream and then brings it up from the past when it's like, bro, when people bring up about Strickland's past, he starts getting all upset and saying it crosses the line. It's like the guy's a walking hypocrite.
So fight him again. Spar him. That's the only way to settle it. Spar.
It was settled. He was a UFC champion, 70 pounds heavier than me, and can't drop me. That's why he's still mad. It's because his last win was against me.
So
now what? Like,
do it again.
Look, see, Myron, that's a Jew moment because he wants to go put it on Grand Risk and monetize it. That was the moment, chat. If you didn't see what a moment was, that's him rubbing his hands together instead of caring about his friend.
That was pretty Jewish behavior, Adin. I will say.
It was, Myron. It was.
What? Right there. He's putting your friend in danger for somebody, man. Goddamn, bro.
Yo, bro.
I thought he said he hated influencers, but he's like hanging out with you guys all the time, bro.
Yeah, because he's going to become. That's like what I think he's really upset about is because like once his UFC career is over, he's going to become a YouTuber. Like he's 100% going to start a podcast, and he resents that.
Yeah,
but just the guy seems like just very hypocrite, like flip flops all the time, and it's like it doesn't really stand on anything. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I just find it weird that he like insults influencers, but like he's always with you guys and doing streams with you guys. It's kind of like, bro, like, you know what I mean? Like, I get his perspective. He's looking at it like, oh, you influencers that retarded. All right, fine, but it's like you can't do that. Then go hang out with them and like do streams with them and shit. Like, you know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. Yeah. So yeah, it is what it is. But
also, he's never going to talk about Israel, and like he's very clearly afraid of that subject. But that's all aside.
Bro, everybody is terrified of that subject, man.
Adin's not. Adin just gave Trump props for starting to recognize Palestine as a state.
I think both sides to be recognized. I think world peace is needed, and I think that
here's the both sides thing for PR. So
I'll be straight. I think there's a genocide going on. I think the world needs healing for real.
Who's doing the genocide? Don't answer that. I know you want your stream, but yeah.
Hey man, you got to go baby steps, bro. The fact that he said it's a genocide in itself is that's a big step.
Yeah, that's pretty far. Most people won't even say that.
That's a big step right there. You know what I mean? And I always say, like, when you talk about this topic, you got to kind of slowly bring people in, bro. Like, you can't go.
No, but I know what's going on. I think it's fucked up, bro. I come on. I look at it. How could you not? If you're a human being, how could you not see what's going on? You know, it's fucked up, bro. Straight up.
Yeah, your boy Theo Vaughn's talking about it now. I'm happy to see that.
Hey, me too.
But it just took people a long time. It took people a long fucking time. Like, how many dead babies did you need to see before you started talking about this thing?
Well, yeah. Yeah, no, I mean it's going crazy, but I'll tell you this, man. People like Portnoy and shit like that are running crazy defense, man, and Greenblatt and all these guys are running crazy defense. So,
are you friends with Dave Portnoy?
I am. That's my boy.
That's your boy. You should do a stream with them. Do a pizza stream with them.
I will. And you should stream snipe and say something in the background.
No, he's a cool guy, bro. It took balls to wave that flag.
He is.
Just say fuck the Jews and he loses his mind, bro. He loses his mind if you put that if you say
because that's wrong. You shouldn't say that.
Wait, Myron, did your employee Amaranth? Someone asked.
Nah. Well, I don't know. I'd be honest with you. I don't know. I don't know, man. That he told me no, but I was like, I don't know what be doing, bro.
Okay, a hand job.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he got a handy or what happened. But all I know is that like her husband saved her life, and she's over here disrespecting him all the time, bro.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. I gotta really know both sides of that story.
No, but like you saw it. They tried to invade her house. That was a real. Like there was a police report and everything. Like the 3 home invaders tried to come in. Some came in and they tried to take her, and the boyfriend pulled out a gun and started shooting at him and shit. He would have died without him, bro. And she's over here disrespecting this.
Wait, someone said, what is wrong with you, bro? You're legit Jewish saying there's a genocide. People are mad at me now.
Of course they're going to cry. Don't worry.
What do you mean, of course?
No, he didn't say where it's happening. He just said there's something happening in the world.
Oy vey.
This is such a divisive topic, man. It's like people like you can't win. Like people are always going to get mad about something. So it's just like that.
Yeah, you're right. It's best to just me not talk about it.
Yeah, it's just people always complain and get mad about it. But yeah, no, I'm definitely on Team Trump with that situation. Fuck Elon Musk, man. He just wants to bring more dirty Indians in. So I'm
no, shout out to the Indians.
Bro,
shout out to Vivek.
Bro, be honest, they fucking stink. I've been telling, bro, this dude is admit that they stink. The deodorant dodgers, aka the people, you call in our customer service. These niggas with their terrible accents can't help you with nothing. Your fucking American Express card is locked, and you're trying to get this nigga to unlock your shit. You're on the phone for 30 minutes. You understand this because he can't speak English. He's over there in New Delhi somewhere. Oh, hello. How are you doing? What is your name? can verify. Like, bro, what the fuck? How many times I gotta tell you my social? Damn. Man.
Nah, Myron, what the?
I love their accents. I don't agree with that racism, and they smell good.
Their food stinks. Curry's disgusting. It doesn't taste good. The girls aren't hot, right? They take all the tech jobs. Bro, they're like, honestly, if we're going to be really, really honest here, Indians are the biological weapons of the Jews. That's why Jews in immigration, to bring in more Jeets so they could populate and destroy this country, bro. It's going to be number 7-Eleven soon.
Myron, come on. You don't think Indians are nice? Look at Neon.
Did you just call Indians a biological weapon?
Yeah, they're a biological weapon that the Jews use, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
Wait, okay, so
Myron,
you think...
wait, Sneako, wait. Not everything is the Jews, Myron. Stop blaming the Jews for everything.
Yeah, stop blaming us.
Border society. Let's see who runs that shit. And open societies brings in what? More Indians. And then they come over here and they end up taking all the 7-Elevens. They go over all the Ivy League schools. They take over the tech companies, and then they ban people like Sneako. You should be thanking me. I see the problem. Who's that right now? A Durka. It was a Jew. Now it's a Durka. Biological weapon. I'm telling y'all, man.
Wait, so Myron, what was the worst biological weapon, COVID or Indians?
Indians, bro.
There's no chance you just said that, bro.
There's a cure for COVID, man. There's no cure for Indians.
Dude. Myron.
Bro, they ravage your society, bro, and they all the white women. Let's keep it 1,000. Yo, you ever seen a white chick go to India? Cooked, absolutely cooked, bro.
Those videos are AI.
Nah, man, they're definitely real. I've seen so many stupid influencers go to India. Oh my God, I'm in Mumbai. Next thing you know, cooked, man.
Wait, did you see that video of Sam Pepper? Sneako?
No.
Somebody give Sneako the link, please. Bro, he went to India. He ate something there, and he was in the hospital for like a month.
Bro, that happened to Arab too. Arab went to India. He spent a month there, and he had a stomach virus for a year. He had like worms in his stomach.
Bro, I'm telling you, man, that street food, bro. Like, there's flies.
Oh, I gotta say one thing. Listen, guys. Someone said this is why people would rather not stream with you and shit. Bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I love being able to do whatever the fuck I want. People are gonna clown me. They don't want to clown me, whatever. I'm not gonna beg people to clown me. This is funny to me. I like Myron. I like Sneako. If you have a problem with that, fuck off. I don't give a fuck. I'm not no PG puppet. I like these guys. They're funny, okay? I don't really give a fuck, bro, at this point. I own Kick. I don't really give a fuck, and that's that. Sorry.
Wait, chat. Wouldn't you guys rather see Adin go on a slip and slide?
All right, so Sneako.
No. But you guys could do a really good slip and slide stream
bro,
in
shut
LA.
up, bro. Shut up, bro. Shut up. All right.
That's the alternative. And I think instead of talking to us, man, I want to see you slip and slide.
Because, bro, I could still do big streams with NBA players, NFL players, UFC fighters, rappers. Like, chat, like, whatever, bro. Whatever.
Are they crying about the racism?
They love you, Myron. They're all putting W's in the chat. It's like two crybabies.
Yo, for all the crybabies out there, stop being a. This is how men really talk, okay? You know what time it is.
Myron, come on, bro. Hey, Myron, no. Sneako, you're Jewish now.
Yeah, hallelujah.
Bad people want to sit there like, bro, Biden's not office no more. Stop being a man. Like, we can finally call people. We can finally call people. We can finally call black and Jews.
All right, I'm out.
No,
Myron. Hey, Myron, I'll talk to y'all tomorrow, all right?
All right, peace out, Adin.
All right, bro. Here's the problem with the internet, right? And this is part of the thing I will say, like, that's why I fuck with Strickland for saying this shit. Like, oh my God, I'm dragging it now. It's gonna backfire. All right, bro. Dude, listen, I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. Y'all know where I stand, bro. Y'all know I'm not a bad human being, bro. All right? Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Y'all my bro. Like, it's not that serious, bro. The problem with the world, chat. Oh my God. All right, bro. I'm fucking sorry, Priz. All right? Sorry. All right? Love y'all boys, man. All right?